Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel all about BI. In this video, I am going to discuss about one of the issues the viewers and subscribers are facing with respect to enabling fabric free trial capacity. Okay, so many people have asked me why they are not able to enable fabric free trial even though they followed the same steps as mine in the initial two videos. Okay, so when I googled, I came across these portal or community pages wherein I came to know that if your Azure subscription is less than 90 days older, you will not be able to enable Fabric free trial. Okay, so this is a restriction that Microsoft has imposed. So you can ask me whether my Azure subscription is more than 90 days older. Yes, the Azure subscription that I used to enable or create organizational users and using which I enabled the Fabric free trial, right? That particular Azure subscription is more than an year old. Okay, in that Azure portal only, I created couple of users and then used that user principal name for creating or enabling fabric free trial. Okay, if you had followed the first two videos, you would be understanding the terminologies that I'm using. If not, I request you to go back and watch those videos. Okay, so this is the main difference between me and you. If you are not able to enable fabric free trial even though the same steps are followed, number one. Okay, so you can just verify if the Azure subscription that you have recently enabled hasn't crossed the 90-day limit. Okay, if it hasn't crossed the 90-day limit, what you can do is you can wait to meet that deadline, meaning wait for 90 days. After that, you will be able to enable fabric free trial. This is option number one. Option number two is you can choose to use your organizational account, meaning wherever you work on, right, your company related email ID. If your company supports Microsoft Fabric, you can make use of your company email ID to enable Fabric free trial. That is option number two. So option number three is buying Fabric capacity. So this is what I'm going to tell you. How do we do that? Okay, how do we purchase Fabric free capacity so that you cannot so that you can start using the Fabric services and you cannot wait for 90 days time. Okay, so for those, the rest of the video is going to be the steps on enabling Fabric paid capacity. So for that, we need to log into Azure portal using two different email IDs. One is the personal email ID against which you enabled your enabled your Azure subscription. So this is the personal account in which I have enabled my Azure subscription. So I have logged in. On the other tab, you should log into the Azure portal using the organizational account. How did we create organizational account? Under Azure subscription, we created a user and then we used that user principal name and then we created an organizational account. So if you look here, fabric user at revatv1963gmail.onmicrosoft.com. This is the organizational account against which I have enabled my fabric free trial. Okay, so if you are someone who has an Azure subscription which is created in the recent past, which is not older than 90 days, right? You can create a user in Azure portal and then you can log in using the user principal name of that user. Okay, so you will be landing in a page like this. You can search for Microsoft Fabric and if you click on this, you will be seeing a button to create Fabric capacity. So the moment you click this, right, the first thing will be access to your Azure subscription. Initially, you will not be able to see this without errors. There will be a couple of errors that you might encounter. So I thought of explaining you about those errors and the resolutions for it. All right. So just recollect that we are going to see the steps to enable Fabric paid capacity. Okay. If you're not interested, you can simply skip this video. But if you are someone who's really interested to know Fabric by paying a certain amount, right, then you can continue watching this video. So once you click on Microsoft Fabric and land in this page, if you are encountering issues, I'll be telling you how to resolve those issues. So what are the general issues that you might encounter is, there are two issues that I encountered. Okay, so the client Fabric user at some email.com with object ID does not have authorization to perform Microsoft.resources slash subscriptions slash providers slash read. Okay, so this particular permission or role is not granted to the new user that we are using to enable Fabric capacity. Okay, so this means that the current user with which we have logged in doesn't have read access to read the subscription details. So this particular error is thrown. So for that, what we need to do, we have to log into Azure portal using our personal ID. We have to go to subscriptions and IAM. That is why I said in the beginning, you have to log into two different IDs in two different tabs so that we can add some permissions. So this tab is nothing but this is my personal account using which I created my Azure subscription. So I came into my Azure subscription, and inside that you can see IAM. IAM is nothing but access control. Under access control, you will go to role assignment and then click on add new role assignment, and then as you see here, this is the organizational account that I'm trying to use to enable Fabric capacity, paid capacity. So this particular user is given contributor access to the subscription. So under subscription, under IAM, you have to add your user with contributor access or reader access, whichever works for you. I tried with contributor, it worked for me. Alright, so how do you do that? I will click on add. I will click on add role assignment. In here I chose privileged administrator roles and then clicked on contributor, and then I went to members, and then I searched for the username here. So I chose here and then added select. So this way I provided contributor access to the new user for my subscription. Then after you do this and refresh or wait for a while, right, this particular error will be gone. Okay, and some other new error will pop up. So that error is nothing but Fabric resource provider needs to be registered with the selected subscription. So this is the second error that I encountered. This means that for every subscription, we need to register certain providers for us to enable those services. Okay, so what does this mean is we have to go to again same Azure subscription, and inside that search for providers. You will see resource providers. Under resource providers, you will be you can search for Fabric. So before I prepare this video, if you see Microsoft.Fabric, it will be in non-registered status like the other items. So what you have to do, just click on register if it is not already registered, and you are good to go. So these are the two steps that I had followed in order to resolve these two issues, and it prepared me for enabling Fabric paid trial capacity. Okay, so this is what we have to do in the initial steps. So after you have registered, you will see registered here. Okay, so I'll go back to the portal and the organizational account. Once I resolve those two errors, I will be seeing no error here, and then I can choose my subscription. I can choose the resource group, and then I can give a capacity name. I can give any name that I want, and then you can choose the size of the capacity. If you see here, it is all mentioned in INR. Okay, and the minimum amount that we will be paying is 24K, right, per month. This is monthly cost. Okay, this trial is F2 capacity. So that's why I said if you are not ready to spend this much money, this is not for you. There's no way for you to try the features in Fabric apart from waiting for 90 days. Okay, but if you are someone who can afford this money, yes, well, good, and go ahead. Just choose this minimal capacity and then select it. Then you will be able to click next, 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 and then enable the Fabric free trial capacity. Okay, so these are the steps that we need to follow if we want to kick off with Fabric learning with paid capacity mechanism. Okay, so let me know if this video is helpful, or if you are facing any issue in enabling this Fabric paid trial capacity. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Thanks a lot for watching all the videos. I'll be sharing the links of the portal that I showed you for your reference, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions for next videos. Thank you so much, team.